wanna get personal. We just building. It's my season, lay foundation. Make a name for generations, please, and make a. Then take a break or a little vacation and chasing blues away. Hey, hey. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning, or look like you always be working. Soaking the moments you live in, yeah. You got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby,
Hey guys, welcome to Grown Dating Talk. I'm your host, Alana B.
And I'm Siler the Supervillain.
And we're here to have mature conversations about relationships and share like hilarious experiences and stories that people go through when you're maturely dating and trying to build that long-term love. Some of the things that we're going to be talking about today are going to involve like real life experiences and just some questions that people have when maturely dating. We're going to talk about like different perspectives and different mindsets and different viewpoints on these questions and things.
Yep, from the male and the female perspective.
Yes.
So we're going to start with today.
Yeah, so I think the first thing that we should start with today is this question about like financial stability and things, simply because when you're going out or you just meet someone, right, what is one of the things that you first want to know about them? You want to know, what do they do for a living?
Mm-hmm.
Are they stable? You know, you want to know different things like that. But sometimes you might not want to come out and ask it right away, or you might not know.
You're grown. I want to know right away. I want to know right away. I want to know what's going on. You live with your mommy? Do you got a crazy baby daddy? I need to know all of that up front. I've been through too much.
That's true. But sometimes women get shamed and men get shamed for asking those questions up front. Because it's like, do you ask it on the first date or a second date or a third date? Like, when is it?
Do people really get shamed?
Sometimes, yes. The women do get shamed. You'll be surprised. In my dating experiences, okay, guys, and I've like entered the dating scene and stuff, and so I've been like meeting people and going on dates and stuff. And, you know, some guys have stated that like there will be women that will ask them in the beginning, like, hey, what do you do for a living? And it throws them off. And I'm like, why does that throw you off? And
those are the ones that got something to hide.
You know what I mean? That's what I would think.
He's thrown off because he don't do anything for a living. That's why he's thrown off.
You know what I mean? It would make one wonder, like, why are you thrown off? Because
he hugs the block.
They would say things like, well, it would throw them off because they couldn't tell if the woman was genuinely interested in what they did for a living, or if she was like, quote unquote, a gold digger. It made them look at the woman like, what are her interests in me? What is her intentions? And I think from the perspective of, well, wait a minute. If I'm in a certain bracket and doing well and I'm stable, I would want a person who is equally, you know, matched in that regard.
Right.
What do you think about that?
No, I mean, it's the truth. Like, I mean, I don't understand why that would throw someone off. That's a natural question. Like I said, listen, I'm coming straight for the jugular. I'm asking all the questions up front on the first date, everything. I don't care how you feel about it. I need to know. Yeah. So you're asking me certain questions. I feel like, okay, you want to get certain things. You ask me what I do. I can let you know what I do. It's because I have a job. It's the dudes who don't have a job.
Thank you.
That all off rip. You ask me about what I do. I can't know what you do. Like what? Like you could be a stripper. You could be, you know what I mean? You work at McDonald's. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And, you know what I mean? Women have a good idea of what they want, and I'm pretty sure you would prefer someone who either runs their own or has a decent type of 9 to 5. Like, you want to deal with a 40-year-old who works at McDonald's, because then it seems like as a man, you kind of got some other things you need to prioritize before you try to enter a relationship.
Yes. You know, I agree with you there. You know, because it doesn't matter whether that man flips fries, whether he is a manager, whether he works in the corporate world, whether he's a CFO, CEO. Just have something going on and be proud to say what you have going on, because when people ask that question, it's not necessarily to be intrusive or to judge oneself. Sometimes it's simply coming from the perspective that, hey, I have stability and I want to date another person who has stability.
Absolutely.
Because I want to be able to reciprocate what I have to offer in return.
Right.
You know, I would like my partner to be able to reciprocate that in return. One more thing.
Yeah, some people go wrong there because instead of wanting that, like, that's what you should want. You should want to basically date in your dating range, I guess you could say. Like,
in your
you know what I mean? You should be
financial
able to-
bracket to a certain
Right.
degree,
You should,
you know what I mean?
To the
But-
fullest extent of that degree, because if you can't, like, I can't look at you and you can buy me, let's say a Rolex, right?
Yeah,
I can't buy you no
okay.
damn Rolex. And not right now. It's gonna take me quite a few checks to get your Rolex. So I'm not gonna deal,
true.
you know, with a woman who, that's the type of money you got. That you out of my league right now. Like maybe I swing back to you when I get up there, but I'm not there right now.
But do understand too that there are women in those income brackets who are fine dealing with a man who is not in their income bracket because they see things
That's
differently.
true, that's
So
true.
I agree with what you're saying in that, you know, if I'm able to go out and buy my man YSL, Louis Vuitton, whatever it is, whatever is in style now. You know, I'm kind of outdated on things, you know, whatever. As a mama 3, I just throw it on and go, make it look good. So, but, you know, if Maybach, Porsche, Tesla, whatever it is for the newest name brand car, whatever that's going on, if I have the money and that's what I want to spoil him with, then yeah, I would want somebody who can reciprocate the same to me.
Right.
Not necessarily that he has to be bringing in that type of money or something, but if I can sit there and buy my man a well-tailored made suit, do I want, you know, do I want a suit from TJ Maxx? Do I want a suit from Marshalls in return?
Like, you should
But
be
at the
able
same
to,
time,
you know, have date, like I said, in your range. Like,
Yes.
just like the perfect example. That's just what I was about to say. Like, it can't be a situation where every time we're giving gifts, right? You
Yes.
giving me a car, you done rented a private jet for the day. We going to France just to have lunch, and then I'm on some. All right, listen, I got this Yankee Doodle candle, right? Like that's you gonna love the hell out of this vanilla scent. Like,
Yes, because-
you know what I mean. After a while, it's like.
even on the flip side with guys, like think about it. There are women out there who will say, oh, I expect a guy to do this for me. I expect a guy to pay for this and have this together. Okay, that's well and fine. But can you also do that in return for a guy? Like if I want to go out to a prime steakhouse, then and there's a guy that's picking up the tab for that, I also myself can take you out to Prime Steakhouse and treat you. If I would buy you a tailor-made suit for your birthday, I would also like to be gifted with something nice, not some flowers from the 99-cent store, for so to say. But I'm not knocking
not
those
every woman.
who that's what they bring in.
Not
But-
every woman thinks like you.
Yeah.
Because there's women out here who, you take me to, you know what I mean, the top of the line steakhouse, and I'm just bust it open. That's payment enough. Like,
Yeah, no.
WAP,
Like, no,
that WAP
that's
is not
crazy.
payment for everything.
No, that is
It don't
not.
work
That is
for
not.
everything.
You definitely have to bring way more to the table. Like that is not even up for offering,
For
ma'am.
real, for real.
Do you have an education? Can you build multiple streams of income? What are we talking about
All
here?
about it.
Can I call you and have intellectual conversation? Can you further my knowledge of things? Oh man, no, it definitely has to be more on the table with that. But that also brings me around to that idea too, like men do so much. They're expected to do so much in wooing a woman and how would you say, gifting a woman things. But they don't think about the fact that what are men given in return? Other than, as you would say, pussy. Like set that whole idea and that mentality aside of giving a man your organ. What else are you doing to celebrate him, to say, I appreciate what you did. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being there and hearing about my troubles at the end of the day and hugging me and reminding me that I'm that bitch and it's going to be okay. Thank you for being there to remind me that I'm the best mom in the world when these kids not misbehave and I'm feeling like crummy crap. Like, thank you for reminding me that it's just a moment when I'm feeling like, taken advantage of or undervalued at work. Thank you for being there to make sure that I'm uplifted and my head is in the right place the next day. Like, there are different ways that you thank that man. You don't just say, here's a portion of my organ and now, whoop, I've acknowledged you. No. If you want him to run baths for you and have gifts and things for you, be able to add something of value and substance in return. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because we have so many different perspectives on it.
But I think a lot of
that should be at the
men
core.
get the amount of pressure that they get, and you know what I mean, is men have to do this, men have to do that, is because certain women deal with so many fuckboys that by the time they get around to a good dude, you already on some, now you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to, because you know what you don't want to accept anymore. But you get through, you run through so many fuckboys that you come through with your standards from jump. Like, it's no longer about, I see the potential of somebody. Now it's no, you have to come to the table with this because you done hit so many, you know what I mean? We just gonna
Hit so many
stress
like potholes
Hurdles.
and different like things and hurdles and
yeah,
obstacles
you know what I
along
mean?
the
With
way.
all these
yeah.
different dudes, and it's like by the time, then that's when you get the chick that, okay, look, what do you do? Right from first
Yes,
date.
by
what
the time
do?
you get to the
Who
good
you live
person.
with? How many
Yes.
kids you got? Do you take care of your kids? They want to know all of that.
You want to put everything on the table because I get what you're saying. As a person who's already dealt with a lot of relationships, and when you talk going back to that original question about women wanting financial security and why is that looked at a certain way? Because women, we've been doing it for so long. As a single mother, I've paid all the bills on my own. I have put clothes on children's backs. I've paid parochial school tuitions. Like, these are things that I'm bringing to the table. These are things that I'm doing. When you come into the table, what are you bringing to the table with you?
Absolutely.
Like, if you can't sit over here and take half this burden, if you expected me to take half your burden, then we probably can't rock together.
Right.
You can't expect me to sit over here and hold my burden, take on your burden too, and lead and take on the burdens of the relationships and help you heal your childhood traumas and all these things. Like, no. Stability comes with a lot of things. And
Absolutely.
when a woman looks for financial stability, it's because there's a security that's needed. Maybe she grew up in a household where there was like lack thereof.
If you're just dating to play around and you're having casual sex, then, you know, the financial, you know, aspect of it should really matter. However,
Yes.
if you're dating like where marriage is the end game, you're dating with and for a purpose,
Yes.
then you have to be able to know that, God forbid, something happened to you, you fall on hard times, because it happens to the best of us. And then, can I lean on you briefly?
Yes.
Briefly, just briefly. I'm gonna get about this rut, but can I lean on you briefly? I can't. Then how far is this gonna go? Because God forbid something happens down the line and we need bills paid.
I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to bring to the table. Hell, I built this table. I chucked the motherfucking wood to get it. I helped screw it in together, shined it, polished it.
True sense of the
Yes.
word. You
So
know
if
what
a
I mean?
leg
I'ma
breaks
get
on
it.
this table, are you willing to be that leg?
Hold it up for me
Yes.
until I go get the replacement
Thank
leg.
you.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, we're a team. And I think that that's an important point there, because it shouldn't be looked at from the perspective of like a gold digger mentality. It needs to be looked at from the perspective of this woman wants a partner who can reciprocate. Let's talk
There's nothing
about
wrong with that.
yeah, let's talk about this idea as well, since we're on this subject, you know, from the flip side, men. What was it Meek Mill said recently? Get you a rich girl. I mean, that wasn't the word he used, you know,
Right,
but
right.
I'm just
You bitch.
there you go, you know? So, I get it. And some people were like, oh my God, how could he say that? Like, that's so offensive. And others were like, no, I see it. That's right. Get you somebody who can equally
Women
reciprocate.
every day. There are women who literally state every day. I talk about, you know, I talk about them however you want to. They end up banning these dudes that get money. Next thing you know, they out the projects and they, you know, living in because they required something. Like a lot of people look at a woman and where she may live or what her background is and look at it like she's a gold digger. To me, I just feel like she was motivated. She used what she got to get what she wanted. Like she got up out of it.
Exactly.
You know
She
what I
wanted
mean?
to
You can't be
run
mad
out of
at
an
her.
environment. Okay.
She didn't use you or your bread to get there, and you probably couldn't afford it. You may look at her because she lived down the hall from you and is pissing the staircase like, she's a bum bitch. But she set a standard for herself, and she got somebody that fit the bill. Like, can you really be mad at that? And it would be the same on the flip side. If I decide that all I want to date is women with money, right, and I live in the projects, all I want to date is women with money, but I keep getting these women with money, you can't look at me on the side and be mad at me. Get you some standards and find someone to meet them.
That's the truth. That is the truth. I agree with you 100%. Plus, I also look at it like, again, when we go back to that question and that thought and that idea of what men bring to the table, women expecting men to gift them with things. If a man expects certain things, if a man expects certain things, like if I'm going to gift this woman this way and I want equal reciprocation, then of course he would want a woman with money, because he wants a woman who can financially afford her health self and has stability in her life, and then extra to share with him the same way he can afford his bills and he takes care of himself and he's stable and he has extra to which he can share and build with her. And also, I don't think that it should be a point or perspective that's like looked down upon, because you have some men that were raised in lack, like as you spoke of. If you live in the projects and you have these pissy staircases and stuff that you got to go through, and you just happen to keep dating women with money, like you want to get out of your circumstance. There are also individuals who come from that environment. I mean, I understand it. I came from it as well. We both lived in it, you know, grew up in it in the South Bronx. So I had to go to school and really put grit to grind to build myself and get up out of living in that environment to move into other environments. So there's only
your
like
lane to get out. Like, you know, everybody don't like everybody's lane. I just feel like if it ain't your lane, don't judge it. Like, you know what I mean? Listen, I try not to judge a lot of things. Like, just like there's different ways to make money. The people, looking on social media, you know, the OnlyFans thing now is popping, right? Like people, you know, you on OnlyFans, you a slut, you a porn star, you just trying to sell pussy. And da-da-da-da, but I'm like, if somebody's buying it, why are you mad at how she get money? Me personally, I'm not subscribing to nobody.
Exactly, like it's not something that I agree
I'm not,
with.
listen, I'm not paying to see nobody naked, okay? And if I'm gonna pay to see you naked, I'm paying to see you naked because I'm getting ready to, you know what I mean, run down in it. But I'm not
doing it.
Yeah, listen, there's way too many sites on the internet for me to see women naked. I mean, to be subscribing and paying however much you pay a month or whatever for it. You know what I mean? I just, you know, I'm not going to judge them, but I'm not for it. Now on the flip side, I would make an OnlyFans if I could, but you know, for men, you know what I mean? You can't men can't make no OnlyFans really. Like, you know what I mean? Men done.
Yeah, you can.
No,
you can. You get the vacuum cleaner, start vacuuming. Women be like, "Oh my god!"
If I could,
God.
I would get an OnlyFans and just sit in the camera and helicopter for like 10 minutes straight.
Oh my god!
I'll helicopter for 10 minutes straight. Helicopter different locations. I'm in the shower, but men have flooded the market with unsolicited dick pics. So. Ain't nobody gonna pay for that.
No.
Ain't nobody gonna pay for that. Like,
oh
my God, yeah, like.
Especially when a simple, "Hey, how you doing? Good morning."
Yeah, you know, y'all already think we easy. Like, you just run down in our DMs, and that's all you see is memes about how easy men are. You just run, say hello. You don't gotta buy them nothing to eat, nothing to drink. Listen, I have standards. I can't speak for all men. I have standards.
Oh my God.
And I come with papers.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, no, I don't play when it comes to that.
But I think it all goes back to that idea of like being raised or being exposed to lack and feeling this need for stability and security. Like that's all it goes back to. Who doesn't want to feel stable and secure? And especially when it comes to finances. So personally, again, I don't think there's anything wrong with men who prefer rich women. He's not saying anything against the women who aren't in the bracket in which he preferences. He's just saying this is what he prefers. Now, if you make $60,000 and there's a man that makes $40,000 and he wants someone who makes $60,000 to $80,000 or $100,000, go ahead for that. But if this man says he wants that, again, he's not devaluing those that make less. I don't think.
I just see things from want.
Yeah, I see things from a different, open-minded perspective. Not to call others small-minded. I'm just saying that my view is
a lot of people are closed-minded though.
A little wider. A
lot of people are closed-minded. They believe what it is they believe, and then that's it. And I mean,
yes,
I guess that's cool for you if it works, but
also, if I want to live this lifestyle and I want to live in this house and I want to drive this car and it has nothing to do with gold digging means, as some people would say, or, oh, this person's living a bougie lifestyle. No, I just want a pool. I want to sit in a bowling alley in my thing. That mortgage is going to cost a certain amount. That car note is going to cost a certain amount. And if someone wants to sit over there and be with me, then we should be able to put that together.
The only people that's going to hate on you for doing that or call you a gold digger for whatever reasons, because motherfuckers that can't do it themselves.
Exactly.
Because they got, you know, Leroy that work at Kenny Shoes. And you know what I mean, you can't get up out of there. Like, you know what I mean, they work in stock at the grocery store. You know, shout out to everybody who works stock. I ain't trying to shit on nobody, but you can't make certain moves.
You get it how you get it. You come up.
You can't make certain moves with a certain kind of budget.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's true.
You can't. Yeah, I'm want to live the lavish life, and
you only make $1,200 a month.
Yeah,
but you got $400 a night steak habits. Like, you can't do that. It doesn't add up. Yeah. So again, I think for me, I think it goes back to reciprocity. So I agree with you with regards to those things. And then that winds us up to our next topic, which is also fun as well. Like, after the breakup, so you meet someone and they're not up to your expectations.
Oh,
they're not up to par, right?
You gotta go.
So after the breakup or something, or you're in a relationship with someone and it just doesn't work out. And they always say that, like, oh, you know what? You're gonna miss out. And it's like, miss out? First off, maybe you're not the best option for me. Or maybe I'm not the best option for you.
Right. You know, we always tell ourselves that when you break up with someone, oh, you lost me, you lost the best thing that ever happened to you.
Oh,
and it's
God.
like, what? No, I didn't. Like, we didn't fit. We didn't work out.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Think about how many people break up and they break up on good terms. Like, you don't even break up on bad terms. Like, there's nothing wrong. You're not a bad woman. You know what I mean? That's not a bad man. It's, you two didn't fit. So I'm going to find someone who's perfect for me.
Yes.
Who's the best option for me.
And that
you're not it.
subtract from you. Just because you're not it
Yeah,
doesn't mean that you're not a great person
you're cool,
yourself.
but you're not for me. You're not my person.
I found situations in dating too whereby you can have a really good time with a person. Like, the conversation can be great. You're spending time with them and you're having a great time. You know, you like the same things, but the connection's not there. You just don't feel it. And then they get upset when you're like letting go but it's like, you know, you're not the person for me and I'm not the person for you. And there's no reason to be bitter or angry or take it offensive or allow it to lower your self-esteem. It's not a good puzzle fit. That's it.
No, I mean, it happens. Like, you know, like you said, you could chill with somebody and like it'd be cool, but it's like you cool as a friend. That's where the friend zone comes in. You know what I mean? You enter the friend zone. Like, I can't do nothing with you. We can go out, we can turn up, we can have a blast, but that's about the extent of it. I can't see myself being with you long term. It doesn't work.
I don't even know about all that. We're not going out. We're not talking. We're not having a blast. It's over. This doesn't fit. You know, keep it trucking.
No, but
respectfully. I wish you the best with your next. Like,
I mean, sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay. I do believe in platonic, you know what I mean, friendship.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
You know, it's okay to meet somebody that you can vibe with and chill with and do whatever with. You know what I mean? I got a friend. You know what I mean? She, at one point, this was like my best female friend. We spoke on the phone every day. Never did nothing sexually. We were just cool. I tried when I first met her. I was trying to like really get at her. It just didn't go that way. Like we ended up being best friends. You know what I mean? We got all type of inside jokes and everything like that. And you know what I mean? I love that. I love the fact that I had that with her. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be so quick to just, okay, we're not gonna be in a relationship. All right, I'm on to the next one. Don't see me no more. Don't talk to me no more.
No. I mean, like, I understand what you're saying totally, and I accept that, and I understand with a situation like that. No, I wouldn't want to get rid of that friendship because that's a friendship that's formed.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the situations where the person was toxic and they're telling you like you're gonna miss out, and you're like, oh hell to the no.
It's
like,
out.
if
I
that's
am
the case,
free.
I'm fine with missing out on
all
this.
right, I will miss all. You miss me with all of that.
But you want to handle it professionally because in this grown, dating, mature world, you don't want to tell a person, you know what, get the hell out of here. You bugging, kick brakes. Do you know who the hell I am? Because you know what? Sometimes I think you want to peacefully just exit a situation. You know it's not worth it. So you're like, you know what? It's just not a good fit. I'm not for you and you're not for me, but you're a great person. And you know, there's somebody out there for you.
Do you know how many men, they should write books about us and our struggles, our plight?
Oh, wow.
Do you know how many men try to peacefully leave a situation and ended up with busted out windows and damn near they had their house set on fire for trying to leave peacefully because shorty on the flip side was like, you ain't leaving me, you know who the fuck I am, and da-da-da-da. Sometimes you got to, you know what, I'm out. You got with the aggression, you got to let them know.
And it's a mentality thing because you have situations with men, quite frankly, where you tell them, look, I'm not interested. And they want to text you with their feelings hard. They want to call you all kind of sluts, bees, telling you you're a player and, you know, you're fast and stuff. Like, first off, you didn't even get it.
A lot of y'all do be players, though.
The thought of you even being near it is not even there, brother. And that's why you're mad. But it's okay.
A lot of y'all do be players,
you know, a lot of women do be players, but you know what? I feel like this.
Done hurt that man. That man came to you with his best foot forward, trying to be the best option for you in his head. You know, broke that man's heart.
Oh my God.
Tragic.
There are some women out there that will do that, but then there are also men out there that will be players as well. They want flavors for the week, for the day. They have this idea like this needs to feed my ego. So I have shorty right here, and I got shorty right here, and I got shorty right here. And they put them on rotation too. Oh yes, come on now. These are the worst. These are like the OG
Young
players.
man, that ain't the life you live, is it? You're looking over there. That ain't the life you live, is it?
They like sit there and put them on rotation and stuff because they'll have like one girl here and then all of a sudden things don't work out with her and now they're floating over to girl number 2. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna put you on pause for now. I'm gonna go ahead over here. Oh, this one's expecting certain things from me. That's not what I'm here for. I'm gonna put you on pause. I'm gonna go over here. And they just rotate them and exchange them.
Some people like to have a bit of a roster. Okay?
Oh my God.
Women got them all day. Look, we know it. Women got the dude that'll take them out to have fun. They got the dude that'll give them money. They got the dude that'll pipe them down. Y'all got rosters. And then when the men do it, oh, he's a whore. When a woman does it, she is smart. What?
You know what? And on that note, we're going to wind it down because in episode 2 of Grown Dating Talk, we're going to be discussing online dating and what's appropriate and not appropriate and what kind of perspectives what kind of perspectives one should have and perspectives one should let go of and stuff. So when we leave our audience off today, we want you to think about that. Think about that freshly, right?
Absolutely.
What do you look for when online dating? What kind of things do you feel people should put on their profile? What kind of things do you think people shouldn't put on their profile? And, and we're going to leave that off here. So we can't wait to see you guys next week so we can talk more grown dating talk.
That's right. Take care, guys.
Bye.
For the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. Frozen. H6 all the hate. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ballin' age. I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the. On record, off record. I still count wins when they doubt it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want the act, not the ghost. Running through it with the young influence. Adolescent presence. I'm succumbing to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete ejected, but I'm losing. And I'm barely moving, but I'm still gon' boost them. I can't work on winners when I know you're losing. So I went the winners and they throw the deuces. Guess I have to pivot, shooting the bazookas for the facts. I need racks, paper, cash, fuck a tax. That's a joke. Tell them laugh. Uncle Sam, fuck out the bag. Brody plot, we'll get a whack. Contract, give me the max. I got lab on my back. You ain't that, then it's raps. Whoa. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record.